So I had the pleasure of meeting a new CFO today. She joined this leadership team I've been working with for a couple years. So she's one of 10 on the leadership team. They're a wealth management company, revenues over 100 million a year. So she's got some big shoes to fill. It's a big role. And as it turns out, her second day of employment there was actually their rock setting session with their professional implementer they've been working with for longer than I've been working with them. And I typically do this with larger companies. I'll meet with the department heads and give them just an extra layer of EOS support. They're really the mini integrator for their department. So kind of talk to them on that level and how to start applying EOS and what to think about day to day. So this really cool thing happened. We were talking about what potential rocks she should be looking at. And I said, well, are there any people decisions you need to make this quarter? And she said, actually, yes. One employee's moving and just put their notice in the last couple of days. I said, okay, great. Have you actually seen the accountability chart for the company you're working at? She's like, no, I haven't. And they're on the 90 platform. So I was able to pull that up and share the screen with her and show her this beautiful accountability chart that I knew her company had been working hard on over the past few years. And so we went down to her finance division and she was able to see all the seats and she was like, oh, wow, this is really great. And she's like, wait, so does this mean I also know where everyone else's job is in the company and what they do? I said, yes. She's like, wow, this is amazing. But we spent the next 30 minutes really talking through the seats in her department, what they need to look like for the next 6 months, and how the accountability chart's ever evolving. So she's more than likely going to go back in the next 6 to 12 months and update it again. So it doesn't live in stone. And I also encouraged her next step, like sit down with your employees, talk about the accountability chart for your department. We made a little draft for her to kind of play around with and show some visuals with her team. So she was really jazzed about EOS, to say the least. So just a good call, just another example of how to use these tools day to day in the company. Thanks so much.